Jesus' Second Coming, Islamic versus Christian Perspectives on Judgment Day. The Second Coming of Jesus Christ is a significant event in both Christianity and Islam, but the two religions have different interpretations of this event, particularly regarding its timing, purpose, and implications for Judgment Day. For Christians, Jesus' return is central to their faith, signaling the fulfillment of God's promise and the beginning of the final judgment. In Islam, Jesus' return is also crucial, serving as a key sign of the end times and the Day of Judgment, Qiyamah. Despite their differences, both religions attribute profound spiritual and eschatological importance to the return of Jesus. Let's explore and compare the beliefs surrounding the Second Coming of Jesus in Christianity and Islam, focusing on how each religion views its significance in relation to Judgment Day. The Christian perspective. In Christianity, the belief in Jesus' second coming is a core tenet, often referred to as the parousia, from the Greek word for arrival or presence. Christians believe that Jesus, who ascended to heaven after his resurrection, will return to earth at the end of time. The New Testament, especially in the Gospels and the Book of Revelation, provides detailed descriptions of this event. According to Christian eschatology, Jesus will return to judge the living and the dead, establish God's kingdom, and restore all of creation. This final judgment is often seen as a time when those who have faith in Jesus and have lived righteously will receive eternal life, while those who have rejected God will face eternal separation from him. These signs are often interpreted from biblical passages such as Matthew chapter 24 and 1 Thessalonians chapter 4 verse 16-17. However, the exact timing of Jesus' return is unknown, as Jesus himself stated in Matthew chapter 24 verse 36, "But about that day or hour no one knows, not even the angels in heaven, nor the Son, but only the Father. He will return as a king and judge, bringing final justice and peace to the world." This belief is tied closely to the Christian understanding of salvation through Jesus' sacrificial death and resurrection. The Islamic perspective. In Islam, Jesus, known as Isa in Arabic, is regarded as a highly revered prophet and messenger of God. Although Muslims do not believe in Jesus' divinity, they hold that his return to earth is a significant part of the events leading up to the Day of Judgment, Yawm al-Qiyamah. Islamic teachings on this subject are derived primarily from the Hadith, the sayings and actions of the Prophet Muhammad, and certain verses in the Quran. In Islamic eschatology, Jesus' return has a different role compared to Christianity. Muslims believe that Jesus will return towards the end times to correct the false beliefs that have arisen about him, such as the claim of his divinity. He will uphold the teachings of Islam, unite believers, and lead them in prayer. Jesus' return is seen as a reaffirmation of monotheism and the true teachings of God. Muslims believe that Jesus will defeat the Dajjal, restore justice, and lead humanity towards the final judgment. Jesus' role is not to introduce a new religion but to re-establish the message of pure monotheism. After fulfilling his mission, Jesus is believed to live on earth for a period of time before passing away. In Islam, only Allah has the authority to judge humanity. However, Jesus' return is considered one of the major signs of the end times, and his mission is to restore order and truth in preparation for the final judgment. Key differences and commonalities. While both Christianity and Islam recognize the return of Jesus, they differ significantly in their interpretations of his role and purpose. Divinity versus prophethood. A fundamental difference lies in how Jesus is perceived. Christians view Jesus as the Son of God and the central figure in the salvation of humanity. His return signifies the fulfillment of God's promise and the final establishment of God's kingdom. In contrast, Muslims regard Jesus as a prophet and not divine. His return is seen as a continuation of his prophetic mission to reaffirm the oneness of God and to dispel misconceptions about his identity. Role in judgment. In Christianity, Jesus' return is directly linked to the final judgment, where he will act as the judge of humanity. In Islam, however, the final judgment is solely the prerogative of Allah, and Jesus' role is to prepare the way by restoring justice and guiding believers. Purpose and message. For Christians, Jesus' return is the culmination of God's redemptive plan, marking the end of human history and the start of eternal life for believers. In Islam, Jesus' return serves to re-establish the pure monotheistic message of Islam and lead people away from falsehood, emphasizing the unity of God. Despite these differences, both religions share some commonalities in their beliefs about the second coming of Jesus. Both see it as a crucial event that signals the end times, the triumph of good over evil, and the establishment of divine justice. Conclusion: the concept of Jesus' second coming is a profound and meaningful belief in both Christianity and Islam, although the two religions interpret it differently. For Christians, it is a fulfillment of divine promises and a pivotal event in God's plan of redemption. For Muslims, it is a reaffirmation of monotheism and a key sign of the approaching Day of Judgment. Understanding these perspectives highlights both the shared respect for Jesus and the distinct theological frameworks within which each religion views the end times.